Boy, got quiet.
It's the awkward silence.
Awkwardly quiet.
How'd the first day go yesterday, Lee?
I think they postponed, or is that the new hearing date?
First day of, oh, you
Yeah,
mean,
LATC. Were you back yesterday?
no, I was getting back from a vacation, short vacation. We were out west.
Okay.
So, and now
Sounds like things went really well.
yeah, I mean, we've been working on the reentry plan, so to speak, with Mike and everybody on for COVID and how to deal with that. And a lot of it depends on the different department heads. So.
Well, is this the same one?
That's the zoning point. I just changed the date of the hearing, so. It's just kind of the same, but let's look at it. You know.
All right. Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday, August 18th, 2020. I'm going to call our weekly meeting of the Codington County Commissioners to order. And we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. And hey, Lee, you're virtual. I guess I should mention that Lee Gable, Commissioner, is joining us via teleconference. And so, Lee, you want to lead us in the pledge this morning?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Very good. It was his turn, so we'll just try that one. It's just a little delayed, but we're pretty good. Item number 2 on the agenda is call for public comment. Individuals who do not feel comfortable coming into our meeting are still able to call in. The 2 numbers are 882-6248 and 882-6297. Those are issues that are not on the agenda for information only and will be handled during the open part of our meeting. We are streaming live on YouTube. And if anyone here has a cell phone, if they would please silence it, that would be appreciated so it doesn't go off during the meeting. And once again, Commissioner Gable is joining us via teleconference, so his vote will be a roll call vote. Item number 3, conflict of interest. Is there any items on the agenda for the fellow commissioners that would be a conflict?
None.
No.
All right. Item number 4, action to approve the August 18th agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Van Duzen, second by Gable. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Commissioner Gable.
Aye.
All right. Item number 5, action to approve the minutes of the August 11th, 2020 meeting.
So moved.
Motion by Waterman,
Second.
second by Gable. Any additions or corrections? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Commissioner Gable.
Aye.
All right, we will move on then to monthly reports, and this time we have the highway superintendent. So if Rick would please come and give his information.
Good morning.
Morning, Rick.
Rick.
Well, I will start you off with the bad news right off the get-go. We have 3 bridges that are going to be weight restricted after our bridge inspection. They've changed quite a bit in the last 2 years since they were re-inspected. The first one is on County Road 2, north of town. That will be reduced from to a single of 20 ton, combination of 32 ton. The second bridge is on County Road 75, which is east of town, just north of where we're going to do the bank stabilization. The single is 24 ton, combination will be 40 ton. The third bridge is on County Road 20 south and east of town. That will be reduced to 26 ton for a single and 44 ton for a combination. And we are in the process right now of ordering signs to be placed in different locations to warn the public, because the one was be east of Highway 81. There'll be one there. There'll be 3 of them up to the bridge, same way on the east side. We'll have 3 coming from the east, and then there'll be one north of town after you cross the interstate bridge on County Road 7. There'll be one there down by the curve and then by the bridge. And then there'll be one right north of State Highway 212, then County Road 10, and then by the bridge. And then the one north of town, there's only a 2-mile section there between our County Road 17 and our County Road 2. There's a jog that goes north and south. We'll have a couple signs there on each end.
Is there any reason for the, from our last inspection to this inspection, what caused the bridges to, this many bridges to go down in that quick a time?
One of them, the one south of town, there was cement that broke loose underneath the bridge that exposed the rebar, and that's starting to rust. Another one, the one way north of town, the bridge piling is not rusting, it's rotting out faster. There was damage there, and that's causing it to rot or deteriorate.
Is it primarily heavy loads?
That one was probably due to ice, but the one south of town, you don't know what goes across those bridges when there's nobody around.
Yep.
And the one east of town, that one, the gaps are getting wider. The grout in between is busting out. And that one, we're gonna try and do something with next year to do some work on that. And these will all they've already been added to the 5-year bridge program, which is going on right now. So we got them in time to get that put on the list, so.
No, I was gonna ask that question. If we'd met
But we
that
also have
deadline,
another
so.
one on there too, don't we? Don't we have the one up here on 14th? Isn't that?
Yeah, that one's on there. The one on County Road 13 will get added. We have a bunch of bridges right now that,
That's 5 of them.
yeah, that's
Do we need to-
that's just 5.
Can we prioritize them as our needs change?
Yes,
Mhm.
yes.
These
So,
will move up on the list as far
Yeah.
as priorities.
yeah. So,
That's a bunch.
yeah.
Building bridges is not cheap.
And
Can any of them be replaced with culverts?
no. The one you could possibly do with a box culvert, but it's a bridge. So,
Yeah, it is.
and they're all bridges, but I'm not saying they couldn't be replaced with a big box, but like the one down on County Road 20, that would be a really good sized box culvert.
Mhm.
And there's one a mile south of that on a township road that already has a load restriction on it. And I've been talking to our guy that does the bridge inspections about maybe replacing that one with a box.
Mhm.
So, and then the ones that are on County Road 11, those are currently bridges.
Yeah.
And replacing those with box culverts.
Mhm.
So they're a little bit cheaper, but it's still quite a bit of money
Oh, yeah.
for a box. So,
Can't do anything about it. Just gotta restrict our loads and get it fixed when we
and they'll
can.
still, like the one south, you'll still be able to go over it with a semi. You know, it's just the ones that have 47 axles and
A legally loaded semi.
yes.
Right. Yes.
Exactly.
Let's emphasize that. Yeah.
Is there also a speed restriction on these?
No, there's no speed Okay, I take that back. Currently, there's a speed restriction on it right now due to the wind people.
Yes.
East of town, we'll still have a 40-mile-an-hour speed limit sign. But this winter, when they get done, we'll take those down. So, and they'll have most-
These will have no speed restrictions.
No.
Okay.
no.
Kind of doubt they're going 55 miles an hour over a bridge.
Yeah, I don't think you do. I don't think you go over.
Not with a semi. You know.
Yeah, so,
Yeah. It wouldn't be the bridge that caused the accident.
yeah.
I don't think. No, and I suppose there's a lot of people out there thinking, so we should probably clear the air. And the reason I asked that first question is because that one area is where the wind towers are being constructed. Are any of them on haul
No.
roads? That's what
No.
I didn't think they were.
No,
None of them
they
are
are
on
not.
haul
They don't
roads.
go that far south.
Yeah.
Nope.
Anything else on the bridge?
Normal wear and tear.
Yes, yes. All right, to move on, our blade men have pretty much have all of our frost boils that we had this spring finally where we can get gravel on them. We're working on the west side of the county currently because that's where the loader and stuff is, all the gravel. We've got 2 loaders working in one pit. One's hauling gravel, and the other ones are trucks that we've hired to haul on County Road 10. Hopefully, the end of this week, sometime next week, we'll have that up to grade where we want it. And then we'll move back over on County Road 8-1 and finish what we need to do there to get that to the grade we want, riprap. But on County Road 10, that will have to be a bid for riprap on that. We put a little bit just so it doesn't keep washing out on us as we're going up. We'll have riprap on County Road 8-1A. There's a spot that we had to build up on that, and we've got that up to grade. And now they're just doing gravel spots. All we're doing is spots that were black, spots that they worked on, spots that they didn't work on that were black. Try and get those covered up, and then we'll go back and start graveling where we need to gravel. But we're just trying to get things so when it rains, we don't have such a mess.
Mhm.
Because now just a half-inch rain and they're just greasy as heck. Because it's just, most of our roads are built out of black dirt.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it creates a lot of problems.
Right. When you bring those edges back into, then that digs that up. So
I-
on that note, when you're in that process, sometimes some bigger rocks kind of get kicked off to the side. I don't know if you're aware of that or whatever. Some of them were, I've just had someone mention they went to mow their ditch and had some issues with some bigger rocks. Do you guys ever go back and
Yeah,
try to get
we're
them?
doing that right now.
Okay.
We're having
perfect.
the blade gather it up and then the other loaders coming around.
Nice.
It's a 3-man operation because you got a guy in the blade, guy in the loader, and a truck
It's
to go
just-
around, and that's what we're doing right now.
Okay.
Is all those spots where we did put pit run down
Mhm.
and there was bigger rocks, we're gathering that together. And some of the spots that they plowed out, it did roll up rocks.
Mhm.
So we're gonna go around, pick all that up before we put any gravel down.
Okay.
So,
Sounds good.
Last week I was over, I made a round over in that area, over in that Waverly area, north and east of Waverly, and they're starting to patch those blowouts on and I don't even know what road it is, but it's 15 miles east of my place. So
Mhm.
what would that be?
County
It's
Road
a-
3.
That's, yeah, kind of, no, it's.
Oh, way over into Dual County.
Yeah, that's where they're
Oh,
starting. They're starting, it looks like they're starting there, coming
With
west.
With
Oh,
asphalt or they're spilling in? 'Cause-
Asphalt.
I don't
Oh,
get out of the county, so I couldn't
Oh,
tell you.
yeah, this was, no, this was out of Codington County.
Okay,
It was beyond County Road 3.
okay.
Anyway, it looked to me, and they did really a nice job. They're very, very good, but it looked to me like that's the only road that they have done. It looked to me, I don't know, I was wondering if you knew if they're starting over there and they're gonna start working west or what.
I do not have any idea.
Mhm.
I was told that they were going to start around the middle of August, patching some of our spots. And then they said that got moved back till the last week in August, first part of September. They're gonna
That's
patch.
probably about right then.
And that could be,
Mhm.
yeah. I they don't inform me on anything
Sure.
outside the county,
Yeah.
so, and I don't get over there, so I don't see it.
Rick,
So,
up on 456th, I guess, 19th Street,
Okay.
northeast up by the bus barn. Has that been
Don't-
patched there? Has that been
don't,
fixed?
we
What's the
just
plan?
haven't
there?
had time.
Okay.
When we get time, we're gonna cut the road, dig some of that out,
Yeah.
put reground in there and pack it, and hopefully maybe get a patch on it this fall. We'll see.
It's a lot of traffic.
Yep, I know.
Okay.
We just don't have enough people and
I
we're trying
understand.
to get other roads built up so we can move on.
We just have too many roads.
Absolutely.
Well, too much water. That's caused us a lot of issues.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then that County Road 81A that you talked about, is that the one south of McKilligan's there? That's
No.
County Road 8, right?
This is 6 miles north of Henry and it goes into Clark County. There's 1
Okay.
mile of asphalt there
I got you.
by the
That's,
Graceland
that's
Church.
been a problem for a long time,
Mhm.
Yep. And
continuous.
this
problem.
year it came up and went over the road there because there's slough on the north side. It's all game land there. And we had to build up a spot that was, I can't remember, 800 feet, something like that. And we built that up approximately 4 feet above the water level. So
I think the water is starting to kind of subside a little bit west, isn't it? Are you finding that on the roads too?
yeah, it's went down a couple inches.
We need to rain.
We'll be good.
Inches.
So what you're
Okay.
saying is you built it up 4 feet, but we'll be okay for another year, right? We'll have to rebuild
Last year
it.
too wasn't
Yeah.
enough, so we went 4 on everything this year. So,
Right.
oh,
Let's hope that's not true.
yeah, yep, exactly.
Need another winter like last winter and another spring like last spring.
Yep. Well, that's pretty much what I have. I guess the wind guys are still doing their thing and so looks like they have most of the towers up in Codington County. I know you can see some outside of the county that they're still working on.
They've been putting those things up. I mean, those guys are almost working like 24 hours. I mean, traffic is nonstop on 212 there,
Oh, yeah.
turning to go north.
Because I know when they set some of the towers, they set them at night because the wind goes down.
Hmm.
And that's part of the reason why you'll see lights out there at night. 'Cause
I
during the day,
went up when they were by Waverly and watched them put one up at night.
Oh, yeah.
I tell you what, they've got good lights though. I mean, that thing is lit up,
Yeah.
really lit up. Last night at our planning and zoning board meeting, Luke just kind of gave us the question was asked, how are they doing on the wind towers? And he said in Codington County, well, he said they were about a month behind, this was about a month or so ago. But he said this last month has been very, very good. They've been really, really working. He said, I think they're a little bit behind yet, but nothing like they were, 6 weeks ago. So they're catching up.
Well, it was Saturday night about 10 o'clock. I seen them out working.
Oh, yeah,
So they're working some strange hours. But
Yep.
when the
That's
wind
good.
doesn't blow.
Well, that's pretty much what I have. So,
All right.
thanks, Rick.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Rick. I don't think we have anything else on here, so should be good.
Keep fighting the good fight.
okay, one more thing. Next week, I will have a notice to bidder for County Road 82 west of town. We had, I met with the engineering outfit last week. There was a few things that we changed and gone over, but we should have a notice to bidder this week,
Which road?
82.
Okay.
So I will get that to Cindy and that's the grade raise we're gonna do. There's roughly a half mile there. Raise that 4 feet out of the water, so
4 feet.
4 feet. Yeah.
That's something.
Wow.
Well, when the water goes away, we'll have everything high and dry.
Yeah.
And
You
we'll have
let
to
me know
put,
when that water's gonna go.
And then people will say, why did we build it up so high?
then we'll have to
You
put,
thought that the first-
Yeah, I know.
we'll have to put guardrails so they don't drive over the edge.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rick.
Have a good week.
All right, budget reviews. We'll wait till
I
Lou's
do
here.
need to get my provisional budget sent to the newspapers to publish. The only budget that is still discussion would be the commissioner's budget, yeah.
Thank you for the good news, Cindy,
Um,
by the way, with the insurance deal.
Lee, did he go in and add that in?
I'm not sure.
It's been
I
added.
don't think, okay, so would I have that on the last PDF that you sent me, Cindy? Because I can pull that up.
I don't know if the last PDF I sent out had your budget on it at all.
Okay.
What was that for?
Commissioner's budget, for the managed IT services.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't think,
I can
don't-
put it in. I mean,
Yeah.
that's,
yeah, and then we can pull it up next time. No problem.
We gotta get it in today, Lee, because she's gotta get this
I
to,
have to get it published.
Okay,
so
okay.
just add it in, I guess, when we go through it.
Okay.
We don't have the,
You can still make changes when we have our hearings in September if you
Yeah.
need to.
Yeah,
Probably.
I gave the numbers last, the annual cost, and I don't have that off the top of my head in front of me, but I gave the annual cost last week when we approved the IT services, so, or accepted that quote. So I can get that number to you, Cindy, if I didn't give it to you already.
do you need a motion for us to approve the proposed
Nope.
budget?
no,
Nope,
no,
nope,
we're
nope.
just,
I didn't think you
Not
did.
until September. I just have to publish it before we hold our public hearings, so I want to give the newspapers plenty of time to get that set up.
and we just have the blank one in here probably still, because we did that one after the fact. So I
Very
don't know
possible,
if
yeah.
you-
Yeah, can I make a comment on the managed IT services while we're talking that? If that's okay, Madam Chair.
Yes, that's fine.
Just when part of that thing included they're giving us or including the survey or an assessment of all of our IT stuff, basically all the servers, all the PCs in our county system. So it could turn out that there's a PC, give or take one or two in there that's going to change that quote a little bit. So if that happens, especially if it increases, I think we'll have to bring that before ourselves to take action just to approve that. But we're talking like, we're not talking a lot of money, but the amount could be slightly different.
Right.
So you do
Right,
have
right.
$62,000 that you budgeted in other current expenditures for 2021. Was there something specific in that amount? Did you have a specific project or anything?
Yeah, we talked about either a wage study or wage and compensation study. If we don't, if we decide we don't want to do that this calendar year, then we're going to have to do that. I think we're going to need to do that sooner than later to lessen, to get the best out of that and lessen the impact. And then if we need to do some kind of a criminal justice study, there may be ways we can get that on a grant or some other project at reduced cost, but those are the two other things that I'm thinking of.
But so you would need additional funding.
Just because they're budgeted doesn't mean we have to spend it.
So you
Right.
would additional funding for the managed IT services.
Yeah, well, let me go look and run the numbers again.
And that's not just money, just to spend
All
money.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so,
Yeah, otherwise you have reviewed. Actually, you have not reviewed the state's attorney's budget. She has not been available. I will have to get a hold of her and I can still get it published without that, but
'cause
she
we
has
can
not.
still make changes.
Right,
if-
right, yeah,
It's just
yeah.
to review it, so, okay. Sounds good then.
She has a copy of the one the one that we have in our book is,
Is what she has turned in,
And
but she just has not
you
come
just-
before you.
Yep.
To review
Mhm.
it. And it's just due to her schedule. I'll have to reach out and see if she has time. Okay, that's all I've got for budget.
Okay. So then let's move on to item number 7, discussion, possible action to approve computer purchase for the Veterans Service Office. Morning, Todd.
Good morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Todd Rose.
that's probably be one of those computers that needs to be replaced. Thank you.
Okay, good morning. Come before the commission here. Looking to request a Surface Pro tablet and to upgrade the Veterans Office wireless. On the wireless side of things, We currently share our wireless services with the welfare office. That's where the router is connected. But being with that building of block and cinder, I get like 0 reception for the wireless on my side. I've done a couple of speed tests. In my office, it just says poor Wi-Fi service. I go to the stairs and it's pretty decent there. And I go into Sarah's office there and it's really good.
Mhm.
I talked to Connecting Point as far as that. I said, would we be able to look at replacing the router? And he said with the configuration of that building, it would probably be more cost efficient to just put a new router, but we don't have to pay additional service. It's be a one-time fee to get that upgraded from that standpoint. So that kind of covers the Wi-Fi aspect of things. And
That's the 3,087.
nope, it's a combination. The
Okay.
Wi-Fi is, the estimate from Connecting Point is on the back there. It's $455 according to the stuff when he came to take a look at it. And then place it. The, bottom line, looking at the way our office is set up, if we were ever to have to work remotely with COVID or going out to see high-risk clients at a nursing home or ones that don't want to come in, we just don't have that capability.
Mhm.
Um,
And that's what that tablet will.
And
That
that's
would
what-
be that tablet. The
This
ta-
is a Microsoft Surface Pro right here, just so you guys know. They're convenient, get a case on it to protect it, and this thing goes everywhere with me.
Yeah.
So they're pretty durable.
Can't put it in your pocket though.
No, well, they have big pockets, I suppose.
But I
Don't
mean,
you have a
it
phone?
has the camera that we can, I've researched that I should be able to scan documents into PDF documents there. It has the pen to capture signatures. It also gives me the ability to connect via Zoom if I didn't want to come over here or attend state conferences or stuff from that standpoint. And kind of when Cindy had asked about the sending in items for COVID that we were kind of catching up on, I said, hey, would this be something, since we don't really have it, it's kind of a necessity, I would say, and to hopefully maybe be able to go back and deduct that.
We can apply for it.
We can apply for it.
It's definitely COVID related because of the clientele that you have, the high risk people that you need to take precautions with. And you have to remember that Todd inherited a budget that he did not set up.
Yeah.
So he's, trying to bring the office up to speed with technology, but it's just not budgeted. At the end of the year, if the budget would need a supplement, we can do that through commissioner's contingency. If you want to move forward with this before.
Right.
Where is he at in his budget? Is he,
There was very little budgeted for supplies.
I didn't
kind of
think so.
Yeah,
This is an essential sort of,
there was $2,100, $2,175 budgeted for supplies in 2020.
Mhm.
That just doesn't cover much.
And as we move forward with the updating some of our technology,
it's just kind of been where it's at for many, many years. And so.
It's hard to come into an office where you did not prepare
Mhm,
The budget.
your inheritance,
Yep.
basically.
For sure. Lee, did you have a comment?
Yeah, I had a question. So I didn't see the estimate or the quote in the packet. So is there
Oh,
a handout?
Didn't have it.
Okay. What, can you go over
Total
those numbers again?
cost. The total cost is $3,087, and that's for the tablet and to get the router
router,
and
okay.
everything set up in his office.
Docking station and
I'll make a motion to approve that.
Got a
second.
motion by Gable, second by Van Duzen. Any other discussion?
yeah, now, how about Peggy? Will she have access to this new technology? I mean, what kind of a computer does she have?
well, that would be probably something that I have $1,900 budgeted for next year. Within that, it would be my desire, I guess, or wish to keep that $1,900 and start updating her side of the things.
Mhm.
We talked about this, more than likely, if we had to go back to where we were in March, when we split the office.
Yeah.
I would probably take that and go home and stay at home. She would be able to come in here and work at the office and still use her own computer and answer the phones. So
Mhm.
it gives us that capability. But yes, in the future, I want to try to get her area updated too here in the future. So, but I thought if we could get one, that would at least give us that option from that standpoint. And then maybe next year go after another one.
Gives you
Hey.
more flexibility.
Yeah.
Madam Chair, I just had a quick question on the IT stuff for Todd. Yeah, so Todd, are your desktop PCs for you and Peggy, are you on fiber optic or network cable, or are you on Wi-Fi?
We're hardwired in.
Okay.
Yep. We don't have really anything that uses Wi-Fi. I think one of our printers is able to do Wi-Fi printing, but I don't think the other one is, or our copier. So
All right.
What was that
This is-
final number?
This is not a
Very-
budgeted item.
It's
On the very
here.
first page.
Where's it at? Oh, it's on that.
Yep, on the front,
on the
very
front
top.
page.
very top,
Yep.
right there, total cost.
The 3,000.
There.
This is, we do have this, I mean, it's not, since it's not a budgeted item, we're thinking that the COVID dollars would,
COVID dollars or commissioner's contingency at the end of the year. I will, apply for the COVID dollars for it because it is directly related to care of his clients and the high-risk clients he works with, so.
so initially, we pay the cost and
Mhm.
then we request for the money back.
Yeah.
So the money is gonna come out of the commissioner's contingency fund.
Probably at the end of the year, because like I said, this budget just in trying to bring the office up.
It just
I
be
can I fully understand this.
Yeah,
And I think what you've
Yeah.
got there, Troy, is worked wonderfully.
Could deficit spend in his budget and we'll just supplement it. Right?
yes.
Yep.
Yes, at the end of the
If the
year.
We have
COVID
money in
funding
our
don't,
budget
yeah,
to
we'll be
supplement
fine.
that.
We,
Yeah.
we haven't used
We have
any
two
of
hundred and
our,
fifty thousand dollars in commissioner's contingency and
You can't have 250 of them.
No,
Just one.
no, I'm good.
If for short, we'll just take it out of your salary.
all right. Are we ready to vote?
Yes.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Commissioner Gable?
Aye.
All right, that motion carries.
So I can
Yep.
go
get it.
forward.
Yes.
Go
and
forward.
do great things.
Get it
Thank you.
ordered
Thanks,
and
Todd.
But,
thank you.
But leave that upgrade for Peggy's office in your budget though.
Okay,
Leave that in there so that we can, don't request to have that drawn out, so we can get her up to speed too.
It is
very
in
good.
there,
Yeah.
yeah.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Todd. Item number 8, action to set a public hearing for the renewal of new Northwestern Energy's power lines. And I see that looks like it's supposed to be September 8th, is that correct?
Yes.
At 9 a.m.?
And this is a normal procedure every, I don't know
Yep.
how many years it is, all these utility companies need to renew their agreements to run their transmission lines basically through each county, and Northwestern Energy is up for their renewal. We
Move
just
to
have
approve.
to, we will be reimbursed for the, for our cost for publication.
Second.
So we have a motion and a second to set the hearing date, the public hearing date for September 8th, 2020 at 9 a.m. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Commissioner Gable?
Aye.
That motion passes as well. All right, action to approve claims for payment.
We have just one today. It's our 911 surcharge payment that we have to make to the city of Watertown. Comes in about from the state about this time every month, $22,772.63.
So moved.
All right, got a
Second.
motion by Van Duzen, second by
Gable.
Gable. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Commissioner Gable?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries. Item number 10, action possible discussion on COVID practices, procedures, policies. Do we have anything this morning?
Nothing.
No? All right. Item number 11, action to approve automatic budget supplements.
Nothing today.
12, action to approve personnel changes.
We have
few
a few of those. The first is a new hire at the courthouse, Richard Cohn. Effective date September 1st, step 4, $16.96 per hour. Second one is the database coordinator in the Director of Equalization Office, Michelle Pedersen. She'll go to step 4, $25.60 an hour. It's an anniversary step increase. Shauna Carter is a correctional officer in the detention center, due an anniversary step increase to step 14, $24.32 per hour. Kelly Ulrich is a correctional officer, due a step increase for her anniversary to step 8, $22.36 per hour. Lindsay Strickhertz is a correctional officer, due an anniversary step increase to 14, $24.32 per hour. And Lori Deutsch is the office manager at the highway. She's due an anniversary step increase to step 14, $22.33 per hour.
Make a motion to approve.
Motion
Second.
by Van Duzen, second by Johnson. Any other discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Commissioner Gable?
Aye.
All right, that.
A lot of anniversaries there, so thank you for your service.
All right, many years. Yep. That motion carries. Item number 13, any travel requests? I don't see any.
No.
Do you have any come in?
Nope.
Item number 14, any public notices? We have the state convention on there and the behavioral justice working group on there. Is there any others that need to be added?
So Madam Chair, on the behavior, it's behavioral health and justice working group. So the stepping up, and that's going to be at 2:00 in the commission chamber on that day.
All right. Very good. All right, item number 15, old business. Do we have any?
I just want to let you know that the checks that we asked to be reissued by the tribe have been reissued. So we've received payments for 2019 and 2020, and we will get the, they will be split out on the MOA that we have with the city right now. Those payments will be sent to them, including the payments that are sent to Rawville Township. So
Thank you.
Good, very good.
it's
Madam
not the
Chair.
amount what we were going to get, but it is the amount that we are taking.
Hit it and run.
Commissioner Gable, did you have something?
Yeah, going back to the managed IT services, I found the annual cost number that just taking that quote times 12, and that number is $43,440. So based
Okay.
on the assessment that they do, that's kind of a give or take. I think it's likely they might find a PC or two that they didn't have, they weren't tracking because they've never done a full up assessment before.
Okay. This will get us where we need to go though.
Close to where we need.
Will you say that number one more time, Lee?
Yeah, $43,440.
Thank you.
That's for the IT managed services.
Yeah, so that's what that's basically the quote that we accepted, I guess it was last week, times 12. So that doesn't include the sheriff's office, that's a separate thing that the sheriff budgets for.
All right. I don't know if I should mention, or do you want to mention about Susie sending out that email? Did all the auditors get it? About our Sioux Valley Commissioner meetings, quarterly meetings. Obviously, we're not able to have the one in March, and then typically we have one in May, which didn't happen with everything, and then August is another time frame, and then November. I pulled up some past agendas to see really, what we talk about at these. With everything that's going on, it's, there's just not a lot for us to meet about, I guess, I feel at this point. So an email was sent out asking our feedback, do we missed the August one. That's generally when we go over the resolutions, and that's already been done. That will be taken to the state convention now in September. But the question is, do we want to just wait and start up again in March rather than having the November one?
I think we'd have a much better idea of the long-term effects on this COVID thing by that time. We're getting a better handle on it every day.
Because in November, I don't know. Because in March, we'll do election of officers. Again, I guess we'll just punt that over, because if we meet in November, we'll have to do election of an officer, which only be, 6 months maybe till our next meeting. So it's kind of seems a little bit mute. We'll wait and hear back from other counties. I did hear back from one of the counties that said they would be in favor of just waiting and starting up again next March. So
Madam
kind of-
Chair.
yes, Lee.
One thing, if we wait till March, then we're waiting till basically after the legislative session. So a lot of what we talk about at those are legislation, county related legislation. So maybe if we can't meet in person, maybe we have a Zoom meeting or two with people that are interested in talking about it, in the fall.
So you're thinking, or would you say like next February, kind of when session is going on?
Well, it's always kind of nice to see what the legislators think is going to happen, how they anticipate the session going, and to kind of get our thoughts together. If as counties, we need to be thinking about particular issues to talk to legislators about. So that's kind of what I was thinking. So if you do maybe a little bit before the session, that'd be good. And then midstream in the session is also good. But yeah, you probably don't want to do a full up. I can understand not wanting to do a full up, Sioux Valley meeting with lunch and everything like that either. So maybe we just need to think about ways to set up. We could just set up a Zoom meeting, get as many legislators on there as we can, and have some Q&A and just talk about those issues.
Yeah, it's hard to say if they know at this point too, I guess. I met with you yesterday, a
Lee-
group of us, so
Oh, I'm sorry, Madam
go
Chair.
ahead.
Lee, is your intent to draft legislation again this year like you did last year?
I
that-
haven't.
That'll,
Yeah, I haven't.
that'll give
Yep.
us an idea about what we need to do or what direction we need to go.
Yeah, no, I as far as my the bill I worked on 1099 last year, no, I wasn't going to do that this year. But I think the discussion's ongoing. So whether it's a bill or not, so and that some legislator could pick it up, and then
Right.
read what so that and they can do that even after the session starts. So.
I can tell you, which will be discussed at our convention. There was 3 resolutions is all we had this year that was passed at the executive board meeting. One has to do with road getting to the State Veterans Cemetery in Minnehaha County. They need assistance building that. Another one was to kind of jump in with municipalities. Theirs was more on roads, so we're going to tweak it a little bit and just ask for support on up to 1 cent. I don't know that that's going to be drafted to a bill though, just support for, well, they say roads, but we would want to say infrastructure, meaning buildings or whatever. And then the other one was on flooded land. So there really wasn't much for resolutions this year either that we'll be discussing at the state convention as to. So anyway, I guess, well, we'll see how the other counties feel and just kind of bring you up to speed of where we're at and kind of what's being talked about. So.
Yeah, Madam Chair, has the association published those resolutions? That one, I know you mentioned that one to me before, the 1 penny one.
Yes, they will be sending them out. Chris will just get finalization on the verbiage or whatever, and she'll be emailing those out prior to our convention for everyone to review.
Thanks.
And that is what she's working on right now. So you should see them coming up fairly soon. All right. Anything for new business? I guess that's kind of old and new, but anything for the open? All right. Do we have a need for an executive session?
No.
All right, then I would look for a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Motion by
Second.
Johnson, second by Waterman. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Commissioner Johnson or Commissioner
have-
Gable?
Madam
Aye.
Chair, there's a gentleman.
Hi, I spoke with Sheriff Brad Hall. My name is Tyler Urban.
Okay.
He told me to come up here and get permission from you guys. I'd like to request permission to use the west side of the courthouse lawn on September 5th for roughly 2 hours to hold a candlelight vigil for child and human section.
Okay, is that something we should
We
put
can
on the
put that
agenda?
Yeah, it has to be on the
Yeah.
agenda before they can act on it. So
Yeah, he
I
just
can,
told me to come up here.
I can
Okay,
put on
yeah.
the agenda for next Tuesday, the 25th, okay?
Are you able to
Okay.
come back up then? And, okay,
Okay.
all right, thank you,
Thank
sorry.
you.
Take care.
Okay, I'm using the wrong place. All righty. Got a motion by Johnson, second by Was it Water? did
Yes,
anybody make a s-
Waterman.
Waterman made
Yeah.
a second to adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Commissioner Gable.
Once
What was
again,
that?
aye.
Aye.
Everyone's-
All right, we are adjourned.
What's that?